DJ fan? Welcome to another video on the channel. Welcome to another episode of Start to Spin. My name is Diego, also known as DJ Pretty Boy, alongside my boy Shay, also known as DJ Shay. And together we started this journey to talk about DJ related content, such as tips and tricks, our experiences, our knowledge, and just share it with you guys. So whether you are a seasoned DJ or a new DJ just getting started, this is the spot to be. And with that being said, let's go ahead and roll this intro.
Yo, what's good?
What's up, guys? Welcome to another video, another episode of Start to Spin with your boy DJ Pretty Boy and DJ Shay. And today we have another episode that we're going to talk about different types of DJ content. As we already know, content is very, very important nowadays in this internet or web era where everything is being posted in social media. So it's very big, very huge for DJs because again we use this as our portfolio. It's you can use this like your Instagram, your Facebook, YouTube, all of that to show your clients what you do. Of course, some clients, most of them, do prefer to go the Instagram and Facebook way because it's much faster. However, there's gonna be some clients that do go into your YouTube channel and see, how you go about the whole day. So,
Yo, what's up, bud? We got James King up in here. What's up, man? I think this is first time on the stream. What's up, man? I always appreciate all your comments. This guy's up and coming content creator on YouTube. He says this is a question I've been asking myself about my channel as well.
hey man, great. So again, we're gonna just give some points and we're just gonna talk about it. Feel free to comment anything that you have in mind. We might, any questions you have, we'll go ahead and answer to the best of our knowledge. Again, we're still learning, just like everybody else. But I think that giving some ideas to new DJs or new people that are trying to get into the social media or the content, it's just a plus. But before we get into that, I just want to say for whatever's happening over there in California, hope everybody's safe with the fire storm or whatever there's going on. And another thing that I wanted to bring up, I know that majority of you guys know DJ Rachel, and she brought up a good point after what happened to her. She got in a car accident, and thank God she's safe. But she got in a car accident, and that just shows how important it is for you to have a network, because there was people like whatever her Apple Watch send the message or whatever, and then there were other DJs that were able to help her or ask her, hey, do you want us to cover for you or whatever. Although she took the event, she still did it herself. You always got to make sure that that you have someone reliable to back you up just in case you need it. And then
James King says, "Don't forget about Independence Day in New York. Strange times we're living in." Dude, did I miss that? Did I miss what happened then?
I probably missed that too because I don't know.
Independence Day? Shoot.
Okay,
I might have missed that one. I was dealing. My eyes have been glued to the fires here in California. But you have to tell us what happened. And yeah, that was crazy, man. Rachel, I saw that too, man. She got in a car accident, and then I was like, "There's no way." She actually went and did the gig after that too, which is crazy. I mean, like she had the network, and that's amazing. All those people stepped up to help her. But just the fact that she went and did the gig after a car accident like that. I mean, like just hats off to her, and that's really just going above and beyond, as a DJ.
Yeah, and the thing is like, we always put our events first. We don't, and I say it because this is what I do too. Sometimes I'm like really, really sick or feeling like really like, like under the weather, like really bad. But like my head is like, I need to make it to this gig. So I need to do whatever I can to feel better and whatever. Instead of like me just chilling and be like, oh, okay, I just need to rest and whatever, like, and get somebody else to go to the event. I'm like pushing myself to, go farther or go above and beyond for that event. Events and the DJ world, it's always gonna be there. we are only ones. So, always want to make sure that you are mentally and physically good and well to perform, but for your family, it's more so important. It's your family and yourself. You gotta be in the best mentality, in the best way possible.
Yep,
So
100%, dude. And James King says the Independence Day thing was all the drones and orbs and people saying alien crafts around New York and New Jersey. Man, that's crazy, dude. if that's happening, yeah, dude, it's like some spy, someone spying on New York, New Jersey.
there's always something going on with New York, bro. Always something happens. Like you really don't get bored with New York.
That's
It's
why
always
first
something.
New York and then now LA. And yo, what's up, Drizzy, dude? What's
Hey,
up,
what's
man?
up, Drizzy? How you doing, bro?
Man.
Nice
Got
to
another
meet
dude.
you.
Drizzy's another dude. These guys, we got some kings of content in here. Drizzy's got lately the lighting plug at B Topper and other. You're getting so much cool lighting. So I've been
Yeah.
seeing a lot of Drizzy. Another thing, dude, shout out to Drizzy for the way that you make the gig logs every time. He's like doing something new every time. Like some kind of like the way he's producing it or like adding in some like cinematic kind of thing. It's really cool, man. I really like what you're doing with the gig logs too, man.
Yeah, most definitely. It's always, inventing yourself or regenerating yourself on videos,
Doing
doing
something new.
something different that calls people's attention, and that's basically another thing that you always wanna look at, finding different things that that clicks with your audience,
Yeah.
and I think Driss is doing that pretty well. At least I be jumping into his videos every time it pops up. I'm like,
Oh yeah. Then we got another Jason, what's up, man? Dude, Jason just dropped a video today. I commented on it, dude. He was saying that he just did like a basic setup, but dude, it looked sick for a basic setup. He had like
I saw it too, and I was gonna comment, but I was walking my dog, and then I was gonna comment, but it was so icy that I was like, wait, I'm just gonna go home and then do it there, and then I forgot to comment. But yeah, man, he said it was basic, but it didn't look that basic.
yeah, it looked
like
like the subs now, the subs and tops, and then there were also uplights there too. But
well,
to answer his question, he said he asked a question like, should a basic is a gig bar okay for like a basic wedding setup, like a couple of books, the basic wedding setup. And I
was gonna answer that. Like
I answered. Okay, I'll answer because I did on his comment, but I said yeah, like totally. For if a couple is booking a basic, like they're saying they want the basic one, right? Not your medium or then yeah, if they get the gig bar, they get the gig bar. Like gig bar is probably more than what they're paying for. So in general, like we talk about, both of us aren't fans of gig bars. But when someone just wants the basic setup, it's like gig bar. I think is a good option for something like that.
Yeah, and especially me, I put it out there. I say I hate gig bars. I don't like them, and I kind of have sort of a gig bar like that I made myself. But
yeah, exactly.
For a basic package and for the simplicity of it, it's enough. It's great. So if they want like better quality lights, then the money gotta be there. But if they're just want that bare bones, very, very simple, the gig bar is totally fine. It's not appealing to me, but it does the job. So that's what matters at the end.
Yeah.
And if they like it, I mean, that's all that matters.
Yeah, and Drizzy says, Drizzy's gonna be at NAMM with B Topper on Saturday. Dude, that's dope, man. I didn't even realize NAMM was this Saturday. And I'm actually now in the area because now I'm in Southern California. But that's sick, man. That's cool that you're gonna be there. I probably won't be there this year, but maybe.
Are you going to be like talking about B Topper, or are you going to check them out? Like, are you part of?
He's probably he's like gonna be there with them. Probably it sounds like because he's got a lot of their lights now. So he's gonna be like the Rick Webb for B Topper. He's gonna do B Topper USA by Drizzy Dre. And that rhymes too.
And Drizzy is right. Creating content, it's very hard because it's right now it's so saturated with so many DJs doing it, and the big ones obviously doing it with like 3-4 different cameras and like doing all this crazy stuff. That for us small channels, and we're just starting, or you know, we don't have the same means as they do. It's a little difficult to get the traction, but with what you got, you're finding a way to call people's attention by doing just little different things in your videos. That's, you know, that's a plus. That's a huge, it's a huge addition to your arsenal when it comes to like recording videos and stuff like that. So that's good. That's good for Drizzy.
And James King says, basic setup to me, they don't get any gig bar at all. I just use a couple uplights or cans to dress up my DJ setup, and I set those to music mode during dancing. Yeah, dude, like I talked about last week, like remember my basic setup doesn't include any lights. So like my base package is no light. So I'm kind of in the same boat as you, James. And that's why to me, like if someone's booking a basic package, I was like gig bar is like already kind of above and beyond for somebody booking or expecting like a base package.
So for me, a base package, it does include like that my treat
Your gig bar thing,
yeah, because no, to me it's like if there is no like lights pointing at like directly at the dance floor, it's like I don't know, it just doesn't call for like, hey, come to
like
dance.
a party.
Yeah, it's not like a party. Like up lights, yeah, can kind of do that, but it's if you up light it, it's not literally to the dance floor. I mean, you can put them to the dance floor at one point, but you know they're coming out from the floor, so the projection is not as well as having it high up. So
yeah,
maybe that's why
it's not the same. But it depends if the ceiling's like white, you know, then it does kind of bounce off the ceiling, you know, when you point it up high. But I'll say the reason I don't have it in my basic package is because then I try to get them to add it on as an extra.
Okay.
So I do the base package without it, and then I'm like, all right, if you want like basic dance floor lighting, it's $250, and then if you want up lights, it's $500, and then I bring the 20 up lights for them. And then a lot of times I'll then package it together. Like, okay, fine. Like, you know what? If they try negotiating, like bring the price down, I'll be like, okay, I'll bring dance floor lighting. I'll throw it in with the price, you know, like the base package price, basically. So it makes it feel okay. We got a deal, and then you know I don't have to, because I don't know. I always find that people always try to negotiate to get the price down somewhat, just so they feel good about the deal, you know.
Yeah, but you know the best thing from that is if you're getting a client trying to get you to bring down the price, don't bring down the price, just add more to it for the same price. It's not taking anything from you, and you know you're getting the price that you want. Just add, like, let's say on a basic package, you don't add app lights, and you're telling them, okay, it's gonna be $1,000 for a basic package. You're like, oh no, can you do it for less? Look, okay, I'll do it for 1,000, but I'll bring app lights.
Yeah, and you can bring like you can bring like 12 or something, you know, like you don't want to bring too many of them.
Yeah, of course.
But then you could still, yeah, exactly. You get the price, and then especially now with the IR4s, they're so easy to bring. It's like it's almost like I bring them anyways. So they don't pay for it, I'll just bring them anyways because I like how they look.
Yeah.
And then Drizzy said, no, it's January 23rd to 25th. I'll be there for a few hours. I'm going to get an IG reel with them and a YouTube video of their products at NAMM. Dude, that's dope, man. It's like a full on collaboration between you guys.
Are you going in for free, or you have to pay to go in there? Him, like I know, like people pay for this, but
for NAMM.
Him because
I bet, he probably gets to go in as like a vendor. That's sick, dude.
If he's like going as part of Beat Talker, then
I wonder what other DJs are part of are gonna be there. I'm sure like all the YouTube guys. I remember every year it's like everybody has some kind of like a live stream or something going around and meeting everyone. So it's a great way to network and meet a bunch of the YouTube guys too.
Yeah, it's a good way to see other YouTubers or other DJs that are bigger than us. So
yeah, speaking of IG reel and YouTube video, we could get into some of the types of content. But I think in the beginning, what I'll start by saying is just that I think this whole thing is kind of like it's a trick question. Because I think the best content is just any content that you can put out. You know, at the end of the day, it's like you put anything out, Instagram, YouTube. I mean, even Facebook. It's like as long as you are consciously trying to put something out there, that's number one, and that's the biggest thing. And then then now maybe we can nitpick, certain things and certain parts about it. But I think the biggest takeaway is just putting out content is the most important thing.
Yes, putting out the consistency goes a long way. The more content you put, the more reliable, quote unquote, that you're going to be, or you're going to feel for other people. So they're mount to watch you more often because you keep putting content often every week or so often. So it's important to be consistent with what you do. It is hard, but like, this is what we do. So
but even like not talking about like trying to get subscribers, or like YouTube, like put like, they say the way to get subscribers is to put out content consistently. Like even for clients, like you're just trying to attract clients. Like even if they just see, like, go on your Instagram, they see that you are putting out content. They see that, oh, his latest content just came out like a month ago, or even a few weeks ago. Sometimes I go on DJ's Instagram pages, and the last thing they released was like from 2 years ago, and I'm like, all right, I think this guy's like not active anymore. They may still be active, but I think just having fresh content, having things that are popular, that's important from the client side. And James actually brings it up now, is I always struggle with what should I do for clients to see, or other DJs, because clients are not going to subscribe to your channel, but other DJs will. Yeah, that's a good question when it comes to YouTube. What do you think about that, Diego?
In my take, and I mentioned this before. So at least what I do, my YouTube channel is DJ based. My Instagram and Facebook is more client based. I know that clients are not gonna come to my YouTube channel to see my stuff. I want them to go to my Instagram and my Facebook to see all my stuff, because right there you see a snip of the part of the event itself. In here in YouTube, you see obviously a snip of the event, but you get like the more highlights in Facebook and Instagram. My Facebook is more so for DJs, and just to show the way I do things with Pee Wee, how I grew, how I progressed from my EVs to my Maui 44 G2s, like pretty much my story as a DJ for DJs. It's here on YouTube. But if a client wants to see my work, I always refer them to Facebook or Instagram. And lastly, I do have a YouTube channel. You can check it out. And I have all my videos when I do quinces, weddings, and private parties. I have them in folders. So if they go into my channel, they can see private events. They can see sweet 16s and quinces and weddings. So they can go to any of those folders, and they get all of the events that I have. So that way they don't have, it's not like they have to search through every single video, because they don't care if, my unboxings for my 44 G2s or my bags, or the Wash FXs. They don't care for that. They want to see how we perform. So if you open up a YouTube channel and you just start posting things with the mindset of going for DJs, then just break it, like try to make it as clean as possible, and put folders where you can put all your clients, all your quinces, all your private events, so clients can go and see that, and then everything else DJs can go. Like, which client is really gonna open up one of our lives to listen to us talk about DJ stuff? They don't care. They're not gonna do this. This is pointless to them. But they're gonna go to my channel, and they're going to see my folder where it says private events, sweet 16 quinces, or weddings, and that's how I break it down. But again, to reiterate what I'm saying, I want them to go to my Facebook or Instagram first. Lastly, if they want to, and it's up to them, they can go to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I think Diego, Drizzy says the same thing. Is I do content for clients on IG and content for DJs on YouTube, but I have gotten a few clients from YouTube as well. I'd say generally I think of it similarly, where my Instagram is definitely way client facing. Like I don't talk about gear and do all this like review stuff on Instagram. But what I will say is I think and I've seen other DJs do this too, where I think clients are interested in gig logs. They're just not always interested in all like some of the stuff that we talk about, like on all our gig logs. So what you can do is when you release a gig log, is make it more. You can have some that are more like DJ facing, but you can also have gig logs that are more client facing. And then when a client wants to like see like, oh, because a lot of times people want to know what have you done, see examples of your past work. You can have like a folder or link them to those gig logs that you've made that are a little bit more client facing, and maybe not where you talk about like, oh, like this photographer was pissing me off and I got into like had an issue with the photographer or something, like, because we have gig logs like that too,
Yeah.
So it's like, you don't want to be sending those to the clients, but you could have more like client facing gig logs on your channel as well. And then just have like those organized in a folder, and you can use those also to send to clients. And then they might see that video. I mean, they're probably not going to subscribe to you because they're only interested in this for your wedding. But they might then look at the other videos on your website and on your YouTube and see like just how you talk and how your personality is, and then that might help them decide if they want to book you as well. So I think it's good to have some content on your YouTube that's also client facing that you could use as examples for clients. And like Drizzy said, I think what happens is clients might search their venue or something, and then they find your video. Gig log at this farm, and then when they're searching their farm, they see your video and they're like, oh, we want to hire this DJ. He did this cool video there.
So to wrap around what James is asking for, I would say, really, sit down and think about who do you really want to get to? Do you really want to get to DJs, or do you want to get to clients? And go based on that. And eventually, like, you can start just posting videos on YouTube, and after that you can decide whether you want it to be, if your YouTube channel you want it to be more client based or more so DJ based. But personally, I feel like the YouTube channel, it's going to be more DJ based. Just base your social medias, your other social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, if you want, you can base those for clients, because again, it's less time, and it's more reachable for them. Like every adult, if you're 25 and up, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have and everyone has TikTok. So that's just my take. I feel like if you're trying to get both, do your YouTube channel for DJs, and do your other social medias client based. That's what I think. That's what works for me. So that's what I can say about that.
And Smiley's over there. Smiley, what's up, man?
Welcome to the show. All right, so let me get started here.
TikTok, dude.
Yeah,
I have a TikTok, and what I do is when I release on Instagram, I try to remember to put it on TikTok, but my TikTok game is not that strong. How about you, Diego? Are you on TikTok?
Yeah. So this is how I do it, because I'm very simplistic. I'm very simple. I Snapchat everything, like all the majority of the content that you see on my other social media, everything is Snapchat. And then from Snapchat, I just save it to my phone and then turn it into a TikTok. Pretty much. That's all I do. I don't go like above and beyond, but it gives the client, if I wanted to see that, or if they want to see that, it gives them an idea of how their party's gonna look, because that's what I have. So I do have a TikTok, I have Facebook, I have Instagram, and it's all there for clients to see. My YouTube channel is more DJ based, and it's more like free, more free for DJs.
Right. Smiley said he started doing DJ live stream mixes on my Facebook page. People like to see mixing live as well before booking. That's interesting. If they haven't been to an event that you DJ'd at. Yeah. So do you do like because I know during COVID this was super popular. People were like mixing just like in their room live. So
Yeah.
do you like live stream that, or are you like live streaming like when you're at an event? Because I've seen people do that too. They'll be at an event and like live streaming like them DJing at the event too, which is kind of cool too.
Personally, I would not live stream live. I haven't never thought of
I've
that.
never done it. I've never done it even.
But during COVID, I did I went on Facebook. I was DJing live, but Facebook always like kicking you out,
Yeah,
and
that's the thing.
then
The
like
copy.
most of them my videos from that got blocked, so I just deleted them after like a while. But yeah, we were on people and I were actually on Facebook for like the whole year of Corona. Every Friday we used to just DJ, and then after that, one of the restaurants saw us live, and then the guy hit us up, and then we started doing our lives at his restaurant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
But-
but but it was not like an event. Literally, it was just
oh
us
god. Oh
at
really?
the place DJing for life, like, for the people in our Facebook live,
Oh really?
and that's how I was doing it. But I've never DJ. Oh, I've never gone live like while doing an event. I, I,
Mm.
I
I've seen people do that, but they'll just have like the camera on them, and they'll
Yeah.
be on like Instagram Live or something like DJing live for a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reason I don't do it is because I'm just thinking too much about the event. Like to think about like a live stream on top of that is like maybe if it's like a really chill
I
event.
don't I don't live stream because I use my phone to record, highlights to
Yeah,
put it
that's
into a TikTok. So
then
I
you need a
can't.
separate like device that you're just live streaming with. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you won't get content on your phone.
Yeah. All right. So let's try to go. Well, then 30 minutes already. Okay. So let's go. It's on. I think I only got like 9 slides here. So we'll just briefly go into it and then just put some details on it. So we're gonna talk about live DJ sets because that's one.
There you go. That's what we were
This
just
is
talking about.
ways that you can put content, live DJ sets and mixes, tutorials and or educational content, behind the scenes content, mixtapes and curated playlists, social media snippets and clips, podcasts and radio shows. And then at the end, we're gonna talk about like, which one is best, or whatever. Essentially, like Shay said, as long as you post, that's all that really matters. But we'll talk about on personal opinion, what do we think is best, or for us at least, based on our stories.
Yeah.
So the first one, live DJ sets and mixes. So again, this is probably the most obvious one because that's how you get. This is how you make yourself known, in like through other people. And like Smiley said, some people want to hear you mix before they hire you. So having this as a content, it helps a lot tremendously. So it's a way for us to showcase our skills, our musical taste, and our unique style. Now, whether you're posting your live sets on SoundCloud, YouTube, or streaming on Twitch, because now you can also stream on Twitch. Live sets are very incredible way to engage with your audience in real time, and also to let them, to let them see you later for other times that you want to, like, that want to listen to you again. And the pros for that is, instant connection with your audience, shows off your technical skills because you can do your scratching, baby scratch, chirp, or all of those, techniques that you can do with while DJing. And it's also great for building your DJ identity. You get also to choose, and figure out how you want to base your music. And some cons for it requires a strong audio and video quality. Yes, if you are just starting, obviously you're gonna have the bare minimum. But if you have the money and you can invest on like high quality audio, that it can be, formatted better, and the sound is gonna be way better, then go ahead and do that. And can be difficult to engage with viewers while you're performing. Again, you're live, you're paying attention to what you're doing, and then if you're live, there's a lot of comments gonna be popping out. You might be missing a whole bunch of, like we do here. We're not performing, but we're talking, and we're like so into the conversation that sometimes we miss like some of the messages that you guys sent, and we try to, at least Shay tries to read all the messages, because I be forgetting. But yeah, so those are some cons of live DJ sets and mixes. But this is best for DJs who are looking to build a loyal a fan base, and who wants to experience the music in the moment. This is for them.
Yeah. I think this one's interesting because, like we said, like you made a lot of live sets, and I used to have them too from COVID. But the problem is they get taken down because of copyright. Like when you have like a whole live set uploaded. So like right now, I don't have any like sets, like a set or like a live mix that I did is still up because they all got taken down. So what I don't know if maybe this will come in another one of the other slides, like, or categories. But what I do to give, especially now with everything being short form, like everybody wants like a quick, like reel or something. So I create mixes on my Instagram of like me DJing live, like it's me actually DJing the transition that's happening or whatever. But then it's just like a 30-second like mashup or like a mix from between two songs. So then that way it's still live in the sense that it's like I'm doing it live. It's not like I made the mix on because I see a lot of like TikTok DJs doing this too, where they made the mix on like Audacity or whatever, Logic or whatever, and then they're just like pretending like they're DJing, but they're just playing their mix in the background.
Yeah.
I do it live, so it's like, okay, if somebody sees it, it's not like a live set, with like multiple songs. But at least they could see like, okay, like I'm doing the transition live. I'm doing the stuff like it's happening in front of them for those like for that 30 seconds that I do it. So I don't know. That's why I try to do it live, so people can see that I'm actually like doing the transition. I could actually do that at an event too. But in terms of like having a live long set, the problem is it's just like keeping them active or up long enough before they get copyrighted.
Well, you can, if you open an account in SoundCloud, a free one, it allows you at least, I think, like 10 uploads. So if you can just have 10 uploads
on SoundCloud, I don't know about me. I haven't done like a long one, but even SoundCloud, I've uploaded some mixes that I make, and then they get flagged for copyright too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
on
wow.
SoundCloud, dude. I don't know. Maybe it's more strict. But let's see. Smiley said he got booted from Facebook the other day, but he's been speeding up the tempo or adding sound effects. Yeah, so the algorithm won't catch it right away. Yeah, you can do that.
I see people doing is filtering, like using a filter.
Yeah, add the filter or change the key. Yeah, you can do something like that. Then the whole thing, yeah, it just depends. It starts sounding a little bit different, but it has to be different. It has to be different enough that the algorithm can't catch it, but not so different that then it sounds bad too. Like it sounds like the different,
or like it's just flat because you don't want
flat or just like off key. But yeah, that's why I go with the more shorter like mashup kind of things live. But I'm DJing it live, but it's just it recorded.
So another content that you can do is tutorials and educational content.
Yeah,
now, creating tutorial videos or educational content can be a fantastic way to add value to your audience, from basic DJ tips like we do sometimes, and Drizzy does it too. Jason does it. Even Smiley, even though he don't be posting that much, but those just being able to see what they do, it helps you to maybe that's something that you weren't doing that you can add to your arsenal from the other DJs. So it's a great way to like learn. Like you don't always know everything. So
yeah.
And
I'll say something about the tutorials, but James just put a comment. He said Mixcloud is the only one that won't get flagged. I have not personally tried Mixcloud, so that would make sense then if that one doesn't get flagged. And then J-Book has been posting mixes on his YouTube. He said he just doesn't monetize it. Oh, that's cool then.
Yeah,
so YouTube won't monetize it, but that's okay.
I actually have some mixes in Mixcloud too. I do have some mixes there, and I
Mixcloud.
put the mixes when I first like started. So like it's not like from now, it's from back then, but you know it's there. So
Yeah, so you're not like telling clients to go listen to those.
yeah, well, you know, I'm not saying they're like horrendous. They're not horrendous. They're okay.
Yeah.
They're not like what you will get in a wedding, like what I do now or what I can do now. But you know, when I first found out about Mixcloud, I was just I was just starting, so I
Yeah.
just posted there because I needed somewhere to post my you know my mixes that I made, and it's you know it's not bad, but it's not my best work either.
Yeah, so it sounds like that could be a good one to make mixes on and send to clients.
Yeah,
And then, but what I'll say about the educational stuff is that actually a lot of DJs I've been seeing, like a lot of the guys on YouTube and social media, they even if they make like educational content, like about weddings, like Aaron Strawn, right? He had that one reel that went viral that was about like the right way to plan your wedding, like the timeline wise. And then like Nate Acosta too. He's big on YouTube. And I'm sure he's bigger on like Instagram, but he does a lot of that like education stuff, like like how to have the perfect entrance, or how to have the perfect like whatever, first dance, or something like that, like education for couples. And then I think those reels like really get picked up by couples too. So it's like I usually think of education like doing DJ like this, like okay, talking about stuff, or DJ to DJ. But there's a lot of education that you can do as a DJ for couples and for brides and grooms. And that content actually seems to like really do well on social media.
yeah.
And then
Definitely.
James King says Mixcloud is way more catered to house and EDM though. Wedding people are not on Mixcloud. Yeah. I doubt many like wedding clients and stuff they're on like Mixcloud or SoundCloud and stuff. But if somebody asks for like examples of your work, or like like can we see like how you DJ, then it's like okay, here's a link to my Mixcloud, and then you can send them the link. I think it works well for that, but probably
Yeah,
not so much for like getting found.
yeah. So like for me, if they ask me for, hey, can we hear your stuff, like how you mix? I tell them, okay, go to my solo.to/LRE, and then you can see my Mixcloud, SoundCloud, and everything is there. Just click on the link, and it's gonna take you to where my mixes are. And
Yeah,
then
that sounds good.
and note, I've done this like 3 or 4 times already, and I've gotten higher. So my mixes are not that bad either. Okay, not that bad.
Bro, I was like, I don't have any of those. I just tell them to go to my Instagram and look at like my reels and stuff. But then I usually don't get hired either. So maybe that's saying something.
All right.
The one that when they're like, can we get? I just sent them that video, and then that one still didn't work out.
Okay, so some pros about the tutorials and educational content, but it positions you as an expert, or it helps you. You know, it makes you like, oh man, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I think
It
that's
attracts,
the key.
it also attracts beginners looking to learn, and that's a huge one. Builds a sense of community and loyalty. That's also very important. When someone feels that they can trust you on what you're doing and what you're saying, you're gonna get the view and the loyal viewer, more likely than not.
And I'll say it again because I think it applies. Like I said, for couples and brides, when they see you trying to put education out there about like how to doing a DJ a wedding or plan a wedding, it makes you look like an expert.
Yeah.
Like this guy's a real like expert DJ. Like he's putting out all these tips for people like me. Like he really must know what he's doing. So yeah, I think that's why it really does work well for couples when they see you like talking about wedding planning and like putting education out there.
Yeah, and again, there is no right way of doing these things, but just post how you think it's best or how you do it. Regardless whether you get a bad or a good comment, it doesn't matter. You posting all your stuff, you saying what you think, you're doing it the way that you think is right. And with this DJ stuff, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just experience. There's different experiences, different ways of doing things. As long as the end result is the same, which is clients happy, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, and like even me, like I see just by seeing DJs on YouTube. Like if I were ever hiring a DJ, I'd hire all these guys on YouTube because I know what they do, and I'm like, oh, I know I like this guy because I see the way he talks in his videos, and like I feel like I could relate to him, and he seems like a friendly guy and really cares about. So like you just see all that. You see all that in a video too. That just by you putting it out there, no matter what end up you're talking about.
Yeah, but in the other side of the token, the cons about this one is that it takes a lot of time to create and edit these videos because it's a lot of information that you have to put out. So it's very time consuming and it requires a lot of knowledge in teaching and breaking down the concepts clearly. You have to find a way or the best way to break it down in like easy concepts, because majority of the people that are watching you are probably like beginners, new people, new DJs that are trying to find their own way. However, they're trying to see a guide, and this is what we offer them as as educational content. So this type of content is good for DJs who enjoy sharing their knowledge and helping others grow, which is us.
Yeah. Or DJs that just want to book more couples.
Sure, yeah, that too. Behind the scene content. This is another one, and this is good to. This is a good one that clients should be able to see all the time, because to clients we just show up, press buttons, and we leave.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes shows everything that we go through from the day, the weeks. If you want to put like the whole time that you spend curating your playlist, like prepping your equipment, prepping all the meetings and all of that, you want to add that to your video. This is behind the scenes and everything that goes until you press play for the first entrance. This is all behind the scenes. So people love to see the real side of the story. And behind the scenes content can include footage from your studio, how to prepare a gig, your setup for events, personal stories and insights. And this kind of content makes you more human. It humanizes your content, makes it better for people to relate to you, giving your audience a deeper connection to who you are beyond the decks.
Yeah, totally. Smiley says, wish there was someone teaching me when I first started. I had boxes under the table and the tablecloth not covering the table to the ground. Bro, that was exactly me too, man. The tablecloth not all the way to the ground, and then all the wires and extra boxes all down there too. I started the same way, bro.
I think we all kind of started that way. Unless you're like from like the 2000s and up, where like this is more, like social media is more like hip now. People see more things, and you can start. You have a like a headroom to start. But
Right.
back then we didn't have this. YouTube wasn't like hip back then. So yeah, it's
piece by piece.
But it's a learning process. It's a learning progress, and as long as you're progressing and you're learning, that's all that matters. And it's at least you're not wasting your time. Just it's like you watching like, for example, like you watching me and how I tape my cables and how I try to make everything symmetrical and whatever, and then you go and then you just go ahead and start throwing the cables and don't put the tape or those little things. You pretty much just wasted time. Instead of learning something, you didn't learn what you were supposed to take out of the video or out of me, and just do it the way that you wanted to do it. So like, make sure that when you watch content, that out of every single video you watch, you take something out. Take something productive out of every single video, because I'm pretty sure that every video has at least one thing that is gonna be proactive, productive for you, and for you to implement it in your event.
Yeah, and that's why I love watching gig logs. And honestly, I just watch them on 2x, and I just like try to skim through every like as many as I can whenever someone uploads, because there's always something I'm like, oh, that's a cool way to do that. Like, and I
Yeah.
might take some random thing from that.
So Smiley said definitely since I started watching Giglos, definitely has made me switch up my setup and make it way cleaner. Yeah, I mean, again, as long as you're watching with the purpose of learning, and like doing a justice to yourself, it's great. It's gonna be a positive. But if you're just watching just to watch and you're really not trying to get something out of it, it's pretty much you're wasting time. You're wasting your time. At least to me, that's
Or if you're watching it to hate on people, because a lot of people do that. They'll just watch a gig logs just to be like, oh yeah, I don't like this, I don't like that. Like you're just watching it to try to put someone down.
Look, if you go and hate on somebody's video, make sure you comment so they can get you.
You could help their algorithm.
Yeah, you can help the algorithm. Just comment something bad. It doesn't matter. That's what I said on my first my first video on YouTube. I was like, it was a gig log, and I was like, please, if you like it, like the video. If you don't like it, dislike the video, and make sure you comment why you don't like it. Because at the end of the day, it helps the algorithm. It's gonna help you get more views. So like
that's the ironic part.
Yeah. All right. So pros. It builds personal connection, shows the hard work and creativity behind your performances. It has a great for storytelling. If you feel like you're a biggie, the storytelling is strong. Behind the scenes is great. Some cons requires a lot of level of vulnerability. You got to show like your mess ups and things that a lot of people don't do, which is show like the hardship of being a DJ, the hard part of it. A lot of people don't show that. And so with that being said, it does not appeal to everyone. So it's a like a double-edged sword, double-edged sword. That's what I wanted to say. And this is best for DJs who want to build a personal brand and connect emotionally with their fans. So this is more for those type of DJs that are actually more tailored into the YouTube and you're trying to get like the DJ fan base, not so much a client base, but this is more tailored for you trying to get a whole bunch of DJs to follow you.
I think even clients, like if clients might be interested just to see you like talking to the camera and just see like how you are as a person, like get a sense of like what it's like. So I think even this kind of stuff, like if you made like a short reel out of it or something, you put it on your page. Clients could potentially be interested in this too.
Okay. Potentially. Mixtapes and curated playlists. This is another one. If you want, you can create mixes and playlists in a classic way, so you can share your music and connect with fans. Whether you're curating a mood, genre, or a vibe, mixtapes and playlists allow you to share your music, identity with a wider audience. So you can grab your like back then, everybody or like every rapper, every singer, they record themselves, put it on a mixtape, and then started giving it away. Same thing. We can use like flash drives or Google Drive or whatever. So, but you can curate, make playlists, mixtapes. That way, it doesn't get copyrighted. You can just share it with different people. That makes you known. You're gonna get visibility. Well, not visibility, hearability. Is that a word?
I don't know. That's not a word, but I don't know what the word for that is.
But you know what I meant. You know what I meant. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get a lot of more listens, basically.
Listeners.
That's important. And then also then you can do it on like social media and like things like platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, and you can reach out more. You can reach more a wider crowd. Again, excuse my English. It's my second language, and I've been making up some words sometimes, but you guys know what I meant. So
yeah, I'll say about this. This is actually something I've thought about doing, because like I've seen other DJ companies do this too, where on Spotify they'll have like a curated list of songs. So let's say like it's like First Dance or like entrance songs, or something that couples usually are wondering about, then you can put a list of the ones that you like, and you can like send them to clients, or like, or you could have like a dance music, or something like just with the songs. So people see that and they're like, okay, they could see the type of music you like to play. The reason I've not been doing that is because because we're wedding DJs, we're open format. People have such different preferences, so like songs that one client are more low key, they might not like super hype, like entrance songs, versus another one they might not like, so I haven't done that because I just feel like with weddings it's hard where, unless you're doing like all similar types of clients, I don't want people to see it and think, oh, this is the only type of music he does, because I do, and we do so many different types of vibes and genres.
Yeah. So this type of content, Nick Spinelli does it. He puts his stuff in BeatSource. So you go to BeatSource, and then there's his folders of music that he uses for like first entrances, or first dances, or things like that. You can see like the music that he uses for dinner cocktail hour. So it's a good way to showcase yourself, but like you said, it differs from client to client. Not every client has the same taste, so you're gonna have to make a lot of mixtapes or a lot of curated playlists, a lot, because depending on the client's flow, you might have a specific playlist that you can share with them. If not, then you're gonna have to create another one.
Yeah, I think also the thing is with someone like Spinelli or somebody, once you're like a certain level, it's like the clients that are going to be booking you are probably the ones that like want like that hype, and they really like want that high energy stuff, right? It's like you're booking, like, you're not going to book DJ Bar and then have like, okay, we only want you to do background music, like we're not going to do a dance floor, no drinking, like very, like that kind of a wedding. But right now, starting out, I'm getting more like variety. So maybe once you're at that level, it's like, yeah, people that want to book Spinelli are going to book like this certain type of energy, this certain type of vibe. So then, that kind of stuff, his playlist will apply to more of his clients that way.
Yeah.
Smiley said, I had a couple the other day ask for Young Dolph for their wedding. Dude, I've never had a couple ask me for Young Dolph yet, and said they want to get ratchet. So I began vibing and keeping natural, other than just speaking business only. That's cool, dude. So yeah, just from like hearing their music taste, you could tell, you get an idea of their personality and kind of how you'd want to like just talk to them and interact with them.
Is he Young Dolph? Is he like a hip hop?
Yeah, he's like a newer rapper, like one of the like 2000 like 2020s type of rapper. The type of music that you don't like.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of him.
He said I got comfortable with them and they were just down to earth after. Yeah, so that's like, that kind of tells you like, they're like, oh yeah, like if somebody tells you, I don't know, like let's say they're like, yeah, we love like Lil Jon or something, then you're like, okay, now I have an idea of like the type of like.
If you tell me Lil Young, I'm like, oh, okay, we're on the same language now.
Yeah.
You tell me this dude, what's his name? I don't even know. Wait.
Young Dolphin.
That's not even a catchy name, man. Come on, they're not even trying on their names anymore.
Yo, this needs to be another topic. 2000s versus 2020 hip hop.
To you, what era had the best music?
No, dude, I'm 2000s all the way. I'm 2000s all the way. But my thing is because this is the music now people like. So I'm like, okay, I have to figure out what people like about it and like why they like it, because whether I like it or not, if I want to keep DJing in the future, like for weddings, I'm gonna have to learn this music, because the couples are just gonna stay. They're always gonna stay young, and then even right now, dude, I barely get to play 2000s music. Like people are getting too old for it now. Everyone getting young, everyone getting married is already like 2000s is old to them.
That's crazy.
Smiley says freestyle music is very underrated though, but really dope for parties. Yeah, man, you gave Diego some homework.
I've only DJed once with freestyle music, and because the lady was from New York, I think, and she was very into freestyle, and she sent me a playlist because I was like, I don't know that type of music, and she was like, oh, I sent you a playlist, and I'm like, okay, send it. So she sent it to me, and then like I got familiarized with it, and then
Yeah.
I went and I killed the event. But like
Then you
sometimes
threw away. Then that playlist went deep in your crate
it
somewhere.
went all the way back. It went all the way back to my. I never played it again.
James King says, "Yeah, bro, I have a lot to learn." Oh, damn! Did a high school dance this past weekend. Thank God for title. I didn't know half the music they wanted. Ratchet ass nasty hip hop, dude. That's sick, dude. I haven't done a high school. I want to just for the challenge, like just to learn, but I've never done a high school dance, and I would be the same way, dude. Like the music that they listen to is so like I've
It,
never even heard of the songs that they're requesting.
it's a quince considered a high school party.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, actually, yeah. Because they're all like sophomores, like freshman, sophomore age.
Uh-huh. Okay, so
Yeah,
I've done plenty.
yeah. So then you probably that's the thing when you do that middle school dance, you probably got to use a lot of the music you learned from quinces
Yeah, yeah.
because it's like similar. But yeah, high school, yeah,
But
quinceañeras.
again, it's a little bit of a different take because the when I do quinces, I'm more in the Hispanic base,
Right.
not so much into the hip hop. Like I barely play some hip hop or whatever.
Yeah.
I play pop and like like Pitbull and things like that. Like I think Pitbull is like the most American thing that I will go with. But on this the middle school one, it really pushed me to like the American side. So like I liked it because it was a challenge for me, but at the same time it was a lot of pressure because I was teaching Big Red how to do it, and I'm like in my head I'm like, why am I teaching something that I've never done? You know, I've never done it in middle school, but I was like, whatever, I'm gonna go for it. And thank God it went amazing. They loved it. He got a lot of compliments from it, from the
He's like,
event.
yo, the DJ that you employed was really good.
Yeah, and
15 to
yeah, man,
18-year-olds.
he got
Yeah,
it from
dude.
me.
Have you heard of these guys, Diego? Sexy Red and Glorilla.
Sexy Red, yes. Glorilla, no, I don't know who that is. Sexy Red, yeah. No, and I have a daughter that's 16, but and she knows of this. But every time, like when I ask her for music, she's always telling me Spanish music. I'm like, I don't need that music. I already know that one.
Yeah, it's
Tell me
interesting.
something in English. She's
She's
like,
trying to
yeah,
tell you stuff that you would know. She's like, you wouldn't know. Or
yeah.
maybe she feels embarrassed, like, oh, I don't want my dad to know I listen to this ratchet stuff.
I mean the Spanish music, it's still ratchet too. It's just in
Oh,
Spanish.
really?
So
Yeah, it's like I don't know what they're saying, so that's why I think it's less ratchet. Okay, Smiley said a party we did over the summer. They were surprised I knew freestyle music. They hired us for 2 more events after that because of that. A 50th birthday and a wedding for this year. Ooh, nice, dude.
I can do a freestyle event now. I
There
just
you
gotta
go.
I just gotta go into like very deep in my crate and pull that thing out again
Yeah,
because
bro. See, you might get booked for a freestyle wedding after that. And
that'd be
Glorilla's music is fire though. Yeah, dude. There's this one song. By her that's really good. I can't think of it though. Yeah,
Glorilla.
dude, Glorilla is one of the really popular ones. Like she's at like Sexy Red level. When Sexy Red now been like a year or two,
Yeah.
but now Glorilla is like the most popular female rapper right now.
Okay.
All right, I gotta go today right at 7. So do we how many more slides do we have? Hold on.
Well, we have mixtape. Maybe like 3 more. Let
All right,
me just run through it and
let's
then.
do it. Let's do it.
Okay, so the pros and the cons of mixtape and curate playlist. Pros, perfect for showing of your musical knowledge, is easy for you all to consume for your audience and can be shared across various platforms. The cons can be tough to stand out since so many people are doing it, but and it's not as interactive as live content. When you're doing it live is better because you can interact with people. And this is for DJs that are looking to build a brand around their music selection or showcase unique genres. So this is another one. Social media. We already talked about social media a lot, so I'm just gonna skim through it. But social media is basically the powerhouse of everything for DJs. So like short clips of you DJing, scratching, mixing, or just having fun in the booth are part or are perfect for platforms like Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. This bite-sized snippets grab attention quickly and keep your content fresh and relevant, which makes people go to your channel and start watching you more often, and also for clients. And pros and cons: pros, quickly and easy to produce, highly shareable, and great for engagement and going viral. The cons requires consistency, like we mentioned, and limited time to show off your skills in each post, because again, it's very short time span, so you have to be faster. And this is good for DJs that are looking for high engagement and who wants to stay relevant with young audiences. I think this is the last one.
Podcast.
I don't remember. Yeah, podcast and radio show. What we're doing right now. So running a DJ podcast or a radio show, it is an excellent way to dive deep into music, culture, and even interview other artists. Or you can just talk about, like we do, just talk about our experiences, about everything DJ related. A podcast allows you to showcase your personality, discuss music, and create an intimate listening experience with your audience. It is also a great way to share your curated mixes and play guest sets. You can definitely do that. It allows you for longer, more detailed content, builds a dedicated audience, perfect for networking and collaborations. And the concept requires time for preparation and editing. It does require a lot of time. Needs consistency to build an audience. It really does. When we first started, it was just Shay and I talking to ourselves. And look at now, we're
Now we got James, we got Smiley, we got Drizzy, we got Jason.
yep.
This is great, man. And
Yeah.
and it's just fun to get on here and talk to everyone and just
Just share different like
just
aspects
share.
of stuff. Yeah. And this is best for DJs who love to talk about music, interview other artists, or building a loyal community, especially if you like to share your knowledge. This is good for you guys. Oh, for us. Let me see. Okay. So now which one is the best, if any, or all? You know, there's no one size fits all answer, like Shay said.
Easy.
The best type of DJ content is the one that aligns with your strengths, goals, and audiences. So let's say if you're an entertainer who loves live interaction and real-time engagement, then live DJ sets and mixes or social media snippets might be more your way. And if you are an educator who enjoys breaking down techniques and helping others, then tutorials and educational content will be the best for you. If you are all about storytelling, if you want to share your journey behind the scenes content, could help you build the personal connection. If you love to share music, and curating vibes, mixtapes, and playlists could be your jam. And lastly, if you enjoy talking or exploring deep topics, running a podcast or a radio show will allow you to engage in a deeper level. What we did right now. So
Yeah,
that's
or you could do all of them. And
Mhm.
what I'll say, because James asked about it, dude. I think your content is awesome, man. I think you're doing reviews. You got the gig logs, and one thing I think James does really well is like just your personality and the way that you talk and the energy that you bring. You can tell that you bring that energy on the videos, and you also have that energy in your sets or at your events too. So I think one of the things that I think to do with making content is just highlight what you do best. And so, for example, for with James, like your personality and your like the way that you talk. So maybe the way you MC or something, and like recording yourself MCing or something while you're DJing will probably do great to highlight like what you do best and what you bring to the table. Smiley, I never heard Smiley talk, but at least for Smiley, I know that Smiley has an idea about all the latest tech and the like, AI light show and like DMX and stuff like that. So you already do a good job with talking about and showcasing stuff like AI light show. But then maybe you could put something out when you smile. I mean, when you talk more, or like do something like a gig log, like more camera facing. But maybe
Yeah.
Smiley knows. Maybe Smiley knows that's not his strength, and that's why he doesn't do it. So just play to your strengths. Think about what you do best and what you want to highlight, and people that'll catch on social media as well.
Yeah, man. All you really need to do is find your groove and just go with it. And don't worry about what people say. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Just do what best fits for you. Do what makes you happy, and do what you think is gonna be best for your business. Point blank. Post whatever you can, but post something. It'll go a long way. So with that being said, guys, we'll cut it off on this one. We are going to be out for 2 weeks because I am leaving for 2 weeks. So we'll be back on Thursday the 30th. So 2 weeks off. I'm not gonna be around, so we just decided to take it off and refresh everything, and we'll come back with more topics, more ideas. And if any of you would like to jump in here and talk to us, please feel free to let us know. We'll love to have you. James, if you want, you can be on our next live show. We would love to have you. Smiley, we would love to have you too, man. I'm still waiting for you. We had Jason.
Smiley.
A couple of people. I'm still waiting for Smiley, man. What's going on?
Smiley said he might try it this year. Let's see. Maybe we'll see. Maybe 2025. And Smiley says, thanks. Good night. You all be safe out in California. Yeah, man. Thank you so much, dude. I'm doing okay. Luckily, my area wasn't affected, but yeah, it's been crazy, man, for the areas that were affected. And then James says, I'll go back watch old episodes. Yeah, man. There's a lot of episodes. If you want to join in, Drizzy, you too, man. Good stuff, guys. Either of you guys just hit up Diego, and we'll get you guys on the next show. It'll be in a couple of weeks because Diego's gonna be out of town. But we'd love to have you guys on, and you guys all create awesome content. We'd love to talk to you guys.
And we'll love to also learn from you guys because we're just hungry for knowledge. We just want to learn more. We just talk about everything that we know. So
yeah, we're basically nerds too. We're just DJ nerds at the end of the day. I think that's the thing we can all relate to. That is, all of us have a little bit of that DJ nerd in us. That like we're just kind of low key obsessed with the whole thing. So we can all just kind of nerd out together.
Well, all right, guys, we'll cut it off right here, man. Y'all stay safe. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, peace.